It is far too early for me this morning. Far too early. Ready for the day. Now it's time to go bake some cakes. So in the midst of all the crap that I have going on today, I almost forgot the raspberries. I'm smart. So I'm here at Walmart grabbing the last crap that I need, and then I'm gonna be on my way. Having a little snack before we start. This is like the go-to sourdough bread. It's like our thing. We don't eat anything, we just eat sourdough. It keeps you full and it keeps you pumped with carbs. It's probably why we're so fat. Cake bakers sit there and spin their bullshit saying, oh, there's never too much cake. Come on, no. Tell them the truth. It's a damn lie. Tell them the truth. If you have been decorating for as long as me and her have been decorating for, how long have we decorated? 13 years. I'm 26. I started when I was 13. Okay. We started when we were 13. This is my channel. Yeah. We started when we were 13. And ever since then, any cake we do, like, because we have to test the cake. We have to try it and make sure it tastes good. I mean, like, once you make it enough, you know that it tastes good, but with different fillings, it's you know, different. So, you will get sick of cake. Trust me. I'm sick of smelling it. I'm sick of Italian meringue. Everybody else who receives it and gets it is like, oh my gosh, good. It's good to them. It's delicious cake I've ever had. It's good because they don't eat it and try it every week and every day like how we do. Yeah, there's cake for every freaking occasion, and I'm over it. We're over it. For my birthday. Except there's one cake I'll never be over, and that's German chocolate cake. I'll never get sick of that cake. I'm not making it. I'll never get sick of that cake. Is delicious, and look, you know it. You know it.
I know, because that was the first time I made it.
Oh my god, it was so
all from
good.
Scratch. And it was all from scratch. It was none of that like pre-made bullshit you buy at the store. It was from scratch.
It was so good though.
It was.
It was so good.
But I actually am not craving that at all.
That's the only cake that I'll ever crave. I can even get by like with eating just a devil's food dark ass cake
with a scoop of strawberry ice cream. That is some good shit.
I just don't want cake.
I'll never get sick of that.
Make me a pie, make me a tart, do something else.
That's why we appreciate Thanksgiving, because one day out of the 364 days of the year, we get to make pie and not cake. We get to make pies and not cake. Because, like I said, when you do it as long as we do, you're gonna get tired of it. There's gonna be days where you're gonna be like, damn, I'm so sick of doing cakes. I can't believe I took this order. And you just have to do it. You gotta push through it. Don't try any buttercream. Rule of thumb, quick tip, ready? Never ever try the buttercream like multiple times. You can try it once to make sure it tastes good, but never go back and like lick the spoon. If you're doing that, you shouldn't be doing that. If you're doing it for a client, don't do that. But like, if you're at home, if you're at home and you're not selling it, go ahead and lick the spoon. But don't do it when you're doing it for a client.
No.
Because
But don't do it. I would just say don't do it, period, because it sucks after, and then you get the film on top of your mouth.
But that's what I'm talking about.
From
I get a headache. I get a headache from eating too much buttercream or trying too much cake.
Overload.
It's too much. That's why usually if I'm doing cake decorating, I keep a glass of water right here so I can drink it throughout the day, because once I start decorating cakes, baking cakes, filling cakes, I don't stop until I'm done. So I always have to have water. Before I started, you saw I had like 2 pieces of sourdough bread, because I'm probably not gonna eat until this is done. Why is it down? Why do you have it turned down so low?
Hub's coming in the house with me.
Oh, he is? Her husband just got home. He doesn't.
No.
He doesn't like loud music. He gets frazzled.
No, hang on. Maybe I like.
Turn up the load. Yeah. This is literally what we play. Lorde puts us in the zone, bro. It's like the best concentration music ever. And it just gets you hyped. It gets you excited to do your orders, and you just do it. And while you're doing your orders, you sit here and just sing, and you're not irritated with what you have to do because you're listening to Lorde. And we need Lorde to come to the house, man, while we're baking cakes, so she can give us a concert while we're doing this, because we deserve it for how much Lorde we listen to. That's a little loud.
It's going up by itself.
It's a little loud. Let's continue my my board montage. a small issue, tiny issue. Not really.
I mean, issue. It's just going on the bottom of the board is harder.
When she's making a, this is totally outside of what we're supposed to be talking about and making videos about, but she's making a monster cake, like a mini smash cake, and she's got to use a grass tip to get it for texture. I'll just show you. Let me flip it around. First, she's got to get a texture towards the bottom, and the bottom is being weird because it's closer to the board, and she can't distribute the pressure of the frosting because it's so close to the board. So she's piping and then pulling, and she can get texture with the buttercream. Towards the bottom, it was too close, and she. Is there an example spot we can turn?
No, they're getting covered already, so you can try and find one.
Oh, like right there.
Where?
It's like a small one. You can barely see it.
Yeah.
It's like, you see how the rest of them are really defined? And then some of them aren't. This is why your cakes cost so much. Because it's not something that's just done in 5 seconds. Can't charge you $50 for a cake.
What happened there?
I don't know. See how it's not,
It's from not being cleaned.
Yeah.
I need a...
Take 2 of Italian meringue. Because I screwed up the first batch because I got egg yolk in it. Because I was screwing around. And I thought it was gonna be good, and it was not good. It looked like a nice big marshmallow soup. No, this one looks way better. It looked a little off, and it's so weird how you know when you screwed something up, but you don't want to like admit that you screwed it up. I'm like, no, it'll be fine. This is good. Nice, fluffy, stiff peaks. Now it's just waiting for sugar to boil. Oh my god, it's still not boiling. Here. We need this to be at softball. I don't know if you can even see that. Softball. It needs to be right at softball. Usually I do the line above softball, right at the bottom of the 0 right there on the left side.
I do right at softball.
I don't do it anymore. I feel like it makes it nice and firm.
It's supposed to be right at softball.
But I definitely screwed up. Definitely.
Look at the wides. Make sure you don't get egg yolk into your...
Yeah. Don't ever... Okay. Tip number, whatever number this is.
Yeah, this is an amateur tip.
It is an amateur tip because it was a rookie fucking move on my part. Don't ever get egg yolk in your egg whites when you're making Italian meringue.
They will not whip.
Because it will not whip into your nice fluffy egg white mousse meringue, and it will turn to soup, and you will be screwed.
It won't turn to soup.
It just turned to soup right now.
It just won't whip.
It just turned to soup.
Like
it was deceiving because it whipped like it normally does, and then when I added in the boiled sugar, it didn't whip up into a fluffy marshmallow like it usually does. It just went straight to soup. And I was like, hopefully this will whip up. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I was trying to convince myself, and then I was like, usually it's higher than this. It's like usually right at the KitchenAid mark on the bowl, like where it says KitchenAid, and it was not there. It's funny because I've never screwed up Italian meringue in my entire life until I started recording this. I was probably, you know what the problem is? I was probably just frazzled and not paying attention, and that's what happened. I just cracked the yolk straight into the... Well, it wasn't that I cracked it in there. It was more like it was an accident. And I was trying to move the yolk from the bowl, and I hit the end of the bowl, and so the yolk and the whole egg just fell into the bowl, and I screwed up. Because I'm not paying attention. Another tip. Pay attention to when you're putting your egg whites in your bowl. You need the most absolute focus to put your egg whites in your bowl, because you will screw it up if you do not focus and you're messing around. Because when you mess around, you make mistakes. When you try to go fast, you make mistakes. That's what one of my bosses always told me at my old job. Okay, got my nice boiled sugar, and we're gonna make more Italian meringue.
I like everything about you.
the Italian meringue to cool down until it's like kind of lukewarm on the sides of the bowl, and then I start cutting up 4 what do you call those things? Just a whole pack of butter. So like a pack of butter that looks like this. You cut up all of this into like tiles of butter, and you slowly incorporate it into your buttercream. And then the buttercream will start to kind of come together, and then it'll go through stages. So it'll look like it's kind of curdled and soupy, but you just have to keep beating it until the butter regulates the temperature of the egg whites and the sugar. And then it should be buttercream after that. If it's not and it doesn't look smooth and whipped, then you have to keep whipping it. Matt is pulling up her pants. I just saw her bare ass.
Everything about you. Everything about you.
Good. So we got football on top, actual texture. We got a Seahawks logo, and we got happy 27th birthday at Alex. I think this should be pretty happy. We got some piped grass, which looks pretty cool. I'm digging it. That's cool. The football is pure solid chocolate. That thing went on a support system for real. Because if I wouldn't have put it on a support system, this whole back part of the cake probably would have tires around it, like round tires coming like this from the filling inside because of the weight pushing down. But I'm glad that I went and did a support system because it was probably gonna need it. I wasn't planning on making the chocolate all solid like this. I was planning on just doing a hollow football. But we ended up doing a whole entire solid football of chocolate. I hope that they'd be excited to eat that because I would. It's gonna be a very large challenge to eat a solid chocolate football like that. But I hope that they enjoy it, and I hope that she is happy with her cake. So I wasn't supposed to, but I ended up just doing the entire cake. I was only supposed to bake and fill the cake, and I ended up doing the entire cake because it was an easy cake. It was all buttercream. So I'm done with the cake. I just got done actually right now. And I'm gonna clean up and I'm gonna go home. So I'm gonna end the vlog right here. I'll talk to you guys next time, whenever I upload next. All right, bye guys.